Hi Gemini, this is Jody with Soul Purpose Tarot. I am in Carmel, Indiana. I am a Libra Sun, Capricorn Rising, Sagittarius Moon. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, welcome. What I normally do is let flip, fly, or fall anywhere from 5 to 7 tarot cards. Take a look at that. Are we looking at life, love, career, or health? And then clarify with various oracle decks. So this is going to be for the first half of July for Gemini. So let's see what's going on with you guys. Okay, so first card out is the King of Cups. So at the moment, very in control of your emotions. Feeling a little bit more optimistic about your money. Something has ended. Maybe a cycle has ended. Maybe a job has ended. I feel relief. Whatever the case is, I feel relief energy. And the Magician. So it feels like you're in between. So at the moment, it feels like you are in between cycles. It's kind of like this relief feeling. It's kind of like something has ended. You haven't started it yet, but perhaps you're changing jobs. Maybe you're taking a vacation. You're taking a break. It's just like this feeling of like, I can breathe. So whatever it is, you're in between. You're in between something that's been stressing you out. And then you've got the Four of Wands. Let's think about that. Normally that's like the Union card, or how would that apply? If this is like maybe you broke up with somebody and you're relieved that that's finally over with. You haven't started. It's like maybe you broke up with somebody and you're kind of like, oh God, I'm glad that's over with because it was stressing you out. So that being said, it could have been you broke up with a person. It could be you broke up with a job. It could be that you left a job. You ended something. Something ended that had you stressed out, and it doesn't appear that you have moved forward yet with a new one. So maybe you haven't started a new job yet, you haven't started a new relationship or anything, you haven't manifested a new whatever yet, but it feels like there's very much relief about whatever has just ended. And if I remember correctly, there was a month or so ago a bunch of Geminis that ended like weddings. That one just fell out. 9 of Wands. So you're about at the end of this and ready to move forward, but not quite. You're not quite there yet. So there's still probably some mental stuff going on, but it does feel like there's a lot of relief at whatever has just ended. So let's see if we can figure out what ended. So give me your current emotions at the moment. Why are you feeling so much relief? Help me figure out what that's all about. Well, one, you're feeling inspired now. So that ending of whatever has got your it just feels like I'm like, oh God, I'm so glad that's over with. It's just like this breath of fresh air, this like stagnant energy that you were in for a long time. It's like you're just, all I can say is like there's major relief around you. What else is going on emotionally, energy-wise with you now that this cycle, this job, this relationship that's ended? Loving, feeling very loving. So far, the energy's good. So what else is going on since this whatever ended? Too many. actually was in reverse. So sad, not feeling sad anymore. So this ending before, now you feel safe. So maybe you were feeling, I don't know, threatened. I don't know that's not the feeling, but it's just a relief, you know. I feel safe now that I'm out of that situation. And it doesn't feel like it was like a physical harm. It was more like mental, you know, mental anguish. It's just like, okay, now I can move away from that. So whatever situation you are leaving, guilty. And that makes me think guilty is like, why didn't I do this sooner? But it also feels like you left some people behind or a person behind or something when you ended this cycle, left whatever situation it was, and you feel a little guilty because you were not able to take some people with you. You maybe lost friends. Like if you left a job, you know, you're going to miss the people that you worked with. If you left a relationship and you finally realized this relationship was not really good for me, you feel a little guilty because you're finally taking care of yourself. So there's some guilt about the ending of this cycle or whatever, job, relationship, whatever. There's some guilt that's coming out anywhere, but you are not feeling vulnerable. So I feel like you're feeling pretty strong about this. I mean, it's not like you're not beating yourself up or anything. I mean, you did this because it was the best thing for you. So let's see. I always like to get my block cards out. So what did you release when you ended this relationship, this job, when you left whatever situation? When you left that situation, what did you release in the process? Or what will you release in the process when you leave or left? Okay, the answer is no. But oddly enough, I feel like that needs to be in reverse. So it's like, I feel like I'm hearing them say you didn't leave anything behind. You just moved on to a different thing. So it's kind of like, it's still a part of your life. It was still a part of your journey. It was just time to move on. So it's not like you did anything wrong. What else did you leave behind? Let's see if I can get a better grip on this. What else did you leave behind? Well, you left behind something old for a fresh start. So that is what you're releasing. So you release something so you could make a fresh start. If you will let yourself make a fresh start, which I feel like you will. So just make sure that you don't have any lingering emotions about whatever you left behind, and don't let that filter into this fresh start, because I have a feeling, because remember the guilty card came out. So this is the feeling that I'm getting, is it's kind of like you were like, I'm done with this life. I want to move over to here, but I feel like there might be some energetic energy that's going to try to, you know, like if it was some people from the workplace, there might be somebody going, can you please come back for a little while? Just for this week, we need help. And you're like, no, I can't come back to work. I'm done. Even though I don't have anything else in place, I can't come back to work here. Or if it's a relationship that you left, somebody from that relationship that you left could be like, please, I miss you. Please come back. You know, I feel like I'm seeing like energetic, like spider webs or something trying to pull you back into that. So you're trying to make a fresh start, but other people are not so excited for your fresh start, and they could be trying to pull you back into this. Whatever it is, however this resonates for you. communication. So I'm going to say make sure that okay, let me think about this. What did you release? You released communication. Make sure that you keep your throat chakra opened. So if those people that come in, make sure you speak your mind, stand your ground. You left that situation for a reason. So I feel like I want to say, don't let them make you feel guilty for leaving them behind. You left them behind for a reason, and you need to communicate that. So don't hold back. Why did you, if somebody calls you going, why did you leave? Why did you leave? Or we need you back. Or, stand your ground and communicate. This is why I left. In case I didn't make it clear the first time, let me make it clear to you a second and a third and a fourth time. This is why I left. I was not feeling appreciated. You didn't pay me enough. You were mistreating me. You lied to me. Whatever the case is, make sure that you are clear in what happened. Signs. I feel like you were being pointed in a different direction. Internally, intuitively, you were be pointing into a different direction, and you were just following the signs that Spirit was giving you. Nope, I want this one. Oh, there's two that came out. And you were feeling bound in this relationship or job or whatever it was, and you released playing the victim mode. So I think for a long time it was maybe poor me, I'm blah, 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 blah. And when you left that situation, you were like, I am no longer going to be the victim. I am taking control of my life, and I am making my own decisions. I feel like there's this very feeling along with this relief. It's like you pulled yourself out of maybe a negative situation, and you're like, oh my God, I'm so glad I'm finally out of this. But that does not mean that other people will not be trying to drag you back into that again. So just, again, stand your ground. Don't let anybody, I don't know if I want to use the word bully you, but try to sway or convince you that, or manipulate you, or make you think that maybe you made the wrong decision. So don't let somebody put questions into your mind about, did I make the right decision? Yes, you made the right decision for yourself. Your decision may not be the right thing for them, because maybe it left a void in their life for whatever reason, but you made that decision for yourself, for your best interest. Do not let anybody tell you otherwise. Whew, okay, so I want the universe has your back. So let's get any last words. Oops, well, that one came out, so I'm gonna leave it. To truly flourish is to release all the tension that holds me back from letting love pour through me. That was stuck to the bottom of this, so we'll read it. Okay, so what else does the universe have to say about this situation that you left? The reasons why you left, the reasons to stay moving forward, the reasons to not move backwards, whatever. I don't want all of those. What else does the universe have to say to let you know that they have your back about this moving forward? Okay, there's two. My happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. So I think you had faith that the universe was going to do you good, and that's why you were able to leave a not so pleasant situation. My fearless freedom lights up the world. And I think there's a feeling here that maybe you left an old situation or a relationship or something in order to step into perhaps what your purpose is, or to start looking into more of what your purpose is. Kind of similar to like I left a job last summer, and I'm not a Gemini at all. I don't even know where Gemini stands in my chart, but I left a job not knowing where I was going, but knowing that the universe had something planned for me. I just didn't know what it was. And I feel like that's the thing. It's like you are leaving something. You don't know. Like I said, the Magician card is in the reverse position. So you haven't started anything new yet. You haven't started a new job. You haven't started a new relationship. You didn't leave to go into something specific. You haven't started that, but you left that situation because you knew it was not the right place, thing, person, whatever. So just have confidence that you had to open up the space in order to move into the place that you need to go. There is a stream of love supporting my dreams. So I feel like you left that to move into your dreams. Maybe you don't know exactly what that is and you don't have it all planned out yet, but it's coming. But as they say, the universe abhors a vacuum. So you had to open that space up so something new and more desirable could move forward. When I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. I believe moving out of that situation was so you would have more peace also. I find a deeper meaning and personal growth amid the discomfort. So yes, it was uncomfortable to leave that situation, but you're searching for deeper meaning and personal growth. Good for you. Okay, I think that's it, really. I mean, that's what's going on with you guys, is you've left a situation. You don't quite have the future all worked out, but you made that decision to remove yourself from something that was less than to move yourself into something greater. And you're kind of in that in-between phase. It's an ending. The new beginning hasn't started yet. So it's kind of like the Libra. You might look at the Libra reading from last month where it was talking about being in between cycles. It feels like you're kind of in that space. You've just ended one cycle. You haven't started the new cycle yet. And the wash machine is filling up with rinse water at the moment. This is where it kind of feels like you guys are at. So you might go back and watch that Libra reading because that might make some sense to you also. All right, I'll see you guys middle of July. Hopefully, it's Mercury retrograde starting July 7th, and those are not always conducive for readings, so we'll see. If I get them done, I do. If I don't, I'll be doing something else. Have a good 1st of July. Thanks. Bye.